Hello everyone and welcome back to another FTB Infinity Expert Mode video with yours truly, Bob. Yeah, I'm back again. It's that guy. So we are back in the world and kind of just doing all kinds of different things. But the main thing that we're going to be working on, as you can see, I still have 180 levels. Good times. One of the things that I mentioned last time, because we summoned the dragon and we got some awakened draconium blocks. Very nice. So one of the things that we wanted to make was the dimension builder. Creative, that would be nice. Could we make that one? Sure. But it's this guy right here, the dimension builder from RFTools. And basically what this is going to do is it's going to actually build your dimension. Sweet, right? I would say so. Do I have a machine? I do not. Okay. Dimension builder. Very good. So first of all, we're going to need a machine frame. Not a big deal there. That's pretty easy. We're actually out of resonant machine frames. Holy cow. All right. Let's make 10 more of those. Oh boy, we're out of crushed obsidian. All right, I'll do that later. Whoopsie. It's fine. It's fine. All right. So we already have the awakened draconium block. So we need the draconic flux capacitors. Now these guys require awakened cores. Okay. Hit backspace to go back. An awakened core is 4 wyvern core. Very good. Void metal, bedrockium, iridium, and terrasteel. All right. These ones we have for sure. Bedrockium and void metal might be a little bit more of a question mark. But we can make the wyvern cores. So how many of those do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so we need 4 awakened cores. Good. This gets poured on draconium. Okay, so we'll have to melt down some draconium. And then we need a wyvern flux capacitor, which is another wyvern core along with 4 of those. All right, so we need, let's see, 4 wyvern cores plus another 5 wyvern cores. Okay, good. And 4 times 4 is 16 plus another 5. So we're going to need 21 wyvern cores. All right, let's do that. 21. Boom. Get going. Beautiful. Luckily, these guys craft pretty darn quickly. I think. Maybe. All right. The next thing that we need is the awakened cores. These guys right here. Now, I'm not sure how much of this I have. Let's find out. I do not have the bedrockium, and I do not have the void metal. Okay, so bedrockium, I do have the ability to auto-craft it. Now, we need 4 of these, so let's craft up 4 bedrockium ingots. Good. Okay. So that guy goes there. Now, the void metal is a different story. We do have tons of void seeds. And if I'm not mistaken, according to my Thaumonomicon, let's just double check. I'm pretty sure it's just 8 metallum. Yeah, 8 metallum to make a void metal ingot. Really not that difficult overall. Now, that is a lot of void seeds that I have on me. But we may just use them all. Yeah. You know what? I'm kind of thinking, let's jump up. Let's get some metallum out of our system, wherever metallum may be. There it is, this corner right here. Good. Oh, we have loads of metallum. I love it. All right. Now we can zoom on down back to the tower. Server restart in 1.5 hours. Oh, I love that. Who put that in? That's wonderful. Maybe I won't fail again. I probably will still. I'll probably still fail at some point in time. I hope you guys are still loving this series. I know it's getting long, and usually when it gets a little bit longer like this, it's a little bit harder for some people to follow. So, boom. 8 metal. Good. You. And you. Okay, so it does look like we can do about 16 at a time. But you know what? That's good enough for now. More than good enough. Let's put these all back, and now we have the void metal ingot in its place. So, let's also get the wyvern core. So we need 4 of these, right? 2, 3, and 4. Nice. And now we should have the 5 additional wyvern cores. Okay. Now, the dimension builder, let's get it back up here again. We're going to need to get the draconium going for the draconic flux. Oh, I miscalculated this completely. Oh boy. There's 4 of these. Plus that. Oh. Each one of these requires all of this. Oh boy. I may have miscalculated. Well, I'm going to make as many as I can here, and then we'll go from there. So, sure enough, I did need more. Completely miscalculated on the wyvern flux stuff, but not a huge deal. We're making up for it now. Basically, by the way, I fixed this finally, in case you guys were wondering. I finally used up all the stuff, so, you know, it's one of those things. And then basically what we're going to do is put them in like that. That should give us the wyvern flux capacitors that we require. And if I'm not mistaken, I already have one in there. Good. We got a few extra energy cores, so let's finish this up. Luckily, I have the liquid transposer and magma crucible completely automated at this point in time. It's super nice and convenient because every once in a while, because I'm not using a bigger tank, which I guess we could do as well, get a much bigger tank going. Every once in a while I have to jump on downstairs and refill it. We could probably automate this process as well with the destabilized redstone, I think. It's no different than what we did over there. So basically this is all I'm doing. Running around, boom, boom, fill it all on up. Excellent. It starts to fill up again auto-magically. And by the time I get back up, it's pretty much back to ready to go. I'm pretty sure I clicked that, sir. Thank you. Alright, so that should be our last wyvern core, or wyvern flux capacitor part that we require. Come on, hurry up. I'm making a video here. Thank you very much. Alright. So, let's put those in here, and let's make, it should be 3. Right? Good. Okay. Dimension builder. Alright, so, dimension B. Now, these draconic flux capacitors, they require awakened draconium ingots. So to make those, we need to get some of our awakened draconium and turn them into ingots. Now, I'm pretty sure we need 2 worth. I'm just going to double check and all that kind of stuff, but we should be good to go. So let's craft up these 4. Oh, wait. That's not right. We need these guys first. So we need the draconium now. Molten draconium, and of course I just got rid of my smeltery, didn't I? Well, we'll put it in the big one. So we need molten draconium over top of the draconic energy cores. So each one of these requires 4 awakened cores. So we need, how many do I have again? I have 4 on me. So I need another 12 awakened cores. Apparently I didn't build enough stuff. Alright. So let's get our awakened cores. So if we need another 12 of these, 12, that means we need another, what, 48 wyvern cores? I completely miscalculated this. I can tell you what. Let's make 48 more of those. Luckily we have everything. I've had everything prepped for quite some time. So that's very beneficial to us. And boom. And last but not least, we're going to need more bedrockium and more void metal. So the bedrockium, we are going to need 12 more. Luckily, we can do it. We have loads of plutonium and uranium. So I'm not too concerned about bedrockium at this point in time. I'm going to make a few more of the void metal. And I think we should be pretty much ready to go to make this thing. Okay, so time to pour a little draconium on this awakened core. So hopefully we have enough in there. I think we do. But it requires a decent amount. What does it require again? 5184. That's a lot of ingots worth of draconium. So make sure you get a whole bunch. I'm using some of the draconium dust that I got from the the dragon fights that I was doing. So yeah, make sure you have a decent amount of this stuff ready to go. This is going to take me a little bit longer than I thought, this part, because we need to do this 12 times, and I'm probably going to need even more draconium than what I have. It's also pouring out of that faucet incredibly slow. So let's fix that with some translocators and some glowstone. Yeah, way too slow for my liking. Alright, we will fix that up, and we might need some more draconium, so I'm going to bring up a couple stacks of it. Luckily, we do have a decent amount of draconium overall. So, there we go. It finally finished the one. Wow, that took forever. Alright, we'll put this away for right now, and let's tweak up our liquid transposers here. This guy, we are going to hit it with some glowstone and glowstone. That should speed things up quite nicely. We'll get a little bit more going, and boom, boom. And punch it in. Yeah, that's a lot faster. Isn't that faster? I think that's a lot faster. Alright, it looks like it used up about 30 ingots worth of draconium. Is that about right? I'm not sure the exact math. I'd have to do it. But that should do the job for us. So I'm going to keep punching these through as quickly as I can, and we'll go from there. Alright. There we go. Wasn't putting them all in. Okay, so I figured it out. It's exactly 36 ingots worth of draconium, which, surprisingly enough, is exactly what this smeltery can process at a time. So you'll see here we have 36. I throw in more, and we just throw that guy in, and boom, all of it's gone. So it takes 36 ingots for every single one of these of draconium. Now, we're almost done. We're almost, you know, through this process. It's a little bit tedious. I should probably look to automate this right away, especially if we are going to run into other circumstances where we will need to do it. So, a little bit more here. Come on. There we go. Good. Alright, so that should give us the last couple that we need. In the meantime, let's get a little bit of crafting done while we wait for that last little bit. So, we're almost there. We need these draconic flux capacitors. Now, these guys are pretty sweet. They do hold 250 million RF. That's pretty awesome. Not going to lie. And we can... And I left them all upstairs, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, we have enough to get the last one anyways, so let's get that done. And the draconic energy cores. I might as well wait the 2 seconds here with you guys and get it done. Thank you all so much for the love. Wow, so much love. And we're almost at 11,000 subscribers already. I mean, we just celebrated 10K. No more than a few days ago. Oh, what? Wyvern? Okay. It just didn't like that. Those ones? Okay. That's fine. So there's our draconic flux capacitors. Alright. Now we need to get ourselves the dimension builder. Okay. And it still doesn't like those other ones, because they have different power. Because of my wireless charger, basically. Alright. Dimension builder achievement get. Am I right? Holy cow. Alright. So... you know what? Let's quickly grab a... Do we have a cryotheum? No, we don't. Let's make a few here. It should be pretty straightforward. Good. Very quickly done, actually. Kind of surprising. Oh boy. Did I use all of my gelid cryotheum? Oh dear. Alright, I'm going to get this better power here, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got the cryo-stabilized flux duct in place. Now, I'm not sure if this has to be next to anything else or anything like that, but I guess we'll just slap it down and see what happens. So we're getting the power. It's going to suck up a lot of power and take a lot of power as well. But what we should be able to do is we should be able to now make a world. And that's exactly what we are going to do. Let me grab these and everything that I need, and let's make our first RFTools world. And it's going to be a mining world, I've decided. We might as well go with a mining world. I don't think I really need the nether to be mined out anymore. I've lots of that stuff. I still have 2.5 million soul sand, for example, and we're pretty good on most of the nether stuff. But I wouldn't mind mining the overworld a little bit more again. So we are going to set up a mining world, and we need to explore a little bit and adventure and see if we can't find some level 6 RF tool dimlets. Alright, so I've prepped everything for the world that I need, but I think right now what we need is the empty dimension tab. Okay, so this is what you put into the dimension inscriber. Nice, we actually have everything. I was a little concerned that I wouldn't have the paper, because that's always the case. So this is the first world that we're going to do. This is a pretty standard world. You should have no concerns. It should be very low cost. You could actually make this world quite early on in this pack. Material default, liquid default, terrain flat, controller single, biome plains, sky normal, sky body none, sky normal dimlet, sky normal day, sky normal fog, sky normal night. It's pretty much all the normals. No features, default mobs, no effects, no structures, and I'm going to put in time of noon just so it always stays noon, because who really wants to do all that? And achievement get. Alright, let's store this world. So it's stored now in the realized dimension tab. Okay, now the next thing that we need to do is we need to put it in this guy, the dimension editor. So we throw it in here, right? Like so. And what do we do? No, wait. That's not what we do. Dimension editor? No. Dimension builder. Yeah, the one we just built. That's the one we need to do. Boom. So now this is going to start to work, and it's going to use a decent amount of power. We probably need to look at getting all of this stuff infused in due time. But as you can see, this circle is starting to, change colors and everything. It's starting to make the dimension based on our dimension tab that we put in here. So it's going to take but a few moments. One quick thing that I wanted to point out, I have a charged porter here ready to go. So in case we run into complications or anything like that, this guy could get us back to right here, as I explained. So we're good there. And what else could we do? We could also end up going with the, what is it? The enhanced charm of dislocation. This could also be a thing that we could work towards as well. It's not that bad. So maybe next episode we'll get the enhanced charm of dislocation. You do have to feed it ender pearls, but it's a great tool for teleporting around. Okay, the world is almost done. Let's jump on in. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Okay, 100% done. So this guy is good to go. Maintenance cost of 1,072 RF per tick. Alright. So now, what do? We can click on the dialing device. Is this what we do? ID2. Is that what it's called? ID2. Alright. So, this guy is ready. So we can do this. We can check it. Dial is okay. Okay, that's good. Now, do we put this just back in here? And then we get to dial it. Not favorited. Check. Dial okay. Alright. Do we just dial it now? I've never done this. Dial is okay. I'll have to... Dial's okay. So why can't I die? Start a connection between the selected transmitter and the selected receiver. Okay, so if I do this and this, what is this? 5990 624. 5990 624. That is this block. Okay, so that's the matter transmitter right there. The Ender Pearl kind of threw me for a loop. So we select the matter transmitter, we select ID2, and we hit dial. Start teleportation. Oh boy. Let's hope we don't run into any complications. Okay. We are okay. That's alright. This seems pretty advantageous, doesn't it? What is that? Weird. Anyways, so there's our world. Now, it does give you a little teleport pad and all that kind of stuff here. But for the most part, this is pretty good. And here, oh, what are you? You look bright and beautiful. Not that I need aura nodes, but you are nice. I will take you. These are the little huts that we need to look for from RFTools. So, in here, each one of these will have one of these things inside. Now, we can continually look around. All of those are a rarity of 1. Wah wah. And then in here, you can get some more unknowns. There's another rarity 1 and a rarity 2. So, definitely not exactly what we are looking for. But these on a flat world like this should be very easy for us to spot. Well, that's a funky building design, if I do say so myself. Let's get some more of these, and I'll probably just send them back in my bag. That's probably the best way to go with this, I think, because we're going to fill up pretty darn quick with lots of different things. Pretty much only gotten rarity 0 or 1s and 2s. Now, a lot of people were saying I can get, or they've found rarity 6 out here in the different worlds and whatnot. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring, and then we will come back and go from there. Oh man, just as I cut the video and went to the next one, we just got liquid UU matter Dimlet. How sweet is that? That is very, very useful and a very good find. I'm going to put that one in my golden bag of holding, I've decided. So we'll just keep on cruising through. And I'm going to find more of these. We have the ability to fly around nice and quickly. So, yeah, we're going to find all of the things. Liquid milk. I don't even know if that's good. Probably not. It could solve my milk problem, though. Just saying. Yeah, no, nothing that great. If I find another rarity 6 one, I'll be back and we can review it. Maybe we'll get the dragon one. How sweet would that be? That would be awesome. So I'm just flying back here. I've visited just an absolute ton of these huts, and this is basically all I've been doing for probably the last hour or so, is flying around looking for more RF tool buildings. But we've warranted some nice stuff, and for the most part, we've gotten some good loot. So we've gotten quite a few rarity 5s from Ardite, Destabilized Redstone, Superheated Steam, whatever that's good for, Nether Uranium, Block of Gold, and Brutal Mobs. And these are all rarity 5s. And then I did find 2 rarity 6. One was the UU matter that I showed you guys. The other one is Liquid Molten Cobalt. So, not the worst, and I mean, I could potentially see myself nixing out that cobalt one, using it for our dragon world. But I think first things first, I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm kind of strapped on time. This has taken a little bit longer than I thought, this adventuring around. But I think next episode we will be jumping into the dragon world and starting to farm some of that stuff up. Now, obviously, I still have loads of stuff to do. So, without further ado, I think that's it. So I'm going to set up the quarry in here as well, and at least get some of that mining so that hopefully we get a whole bunch of those dimensional shards as well, because that would be very beneficial to us in terms of, you know, infusing some of our stuff. Slime, ravines, molten bedrockium. Do not mind if I do, just in case I don't have it. Alright, we have all the rest. I've started just leaving them because, yeah, I really don't need more unknowns. I looked, and I really don't need them. For the most part, most of the good ones that I've found have been on the wall. I've only found one decent one in a chest. All the rest have been on the wall, but you still have to check both places, which does sometimes take just a little bit longer. Molten steel is a good one, especially if you're doing this early on. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to finish up here. And make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that awesome stuff that you guys are pretty darn good at doing. I'm still planning on doing this and the other Infinity series. Make sure you follow me on Twitch and all that kind of stuff as well, as there's plenty of live streams going on. There's just so much content. And with the new changes that happened at Twitch, where you can now see the chat while watching the videos on demand, which is basically the recordings of the live streams, that's pretty sweet. So, thank you all so much, and have a good one.